What?
We've got 1 minute here, so I'm gonna just start the screen recording for those of you that are on this.
I really do think we would have seen it when we went back.
I'm gonna shut that down.
Unless it went under, like how.
I don't think so.
Puppy.
Yeah, you looked at you.
I don't-
looked for your garage.
I've looked a few times. I just went and looked at you.
I didn't. Everything looked at it. Sure, it's sitting right now. It's gonna be. Because that's how actually I've done it.
Look at that number, I lost it here. I looked for it like a week.
We'll find it. We'll find it. I believe in that.
It's like full-on aid station over there too.
Guys are
Well, that means that's gonna power me along this walk.
All right, we've got 6:12 on the clock over here. I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody so we can just primarily focus on the presentation that we have, and we don't have any other sounds and stuff like that coming through. Let's see here. Pretty sure. All right. Well, welcome to the 2020 Kinixu Ultras event. We're virtual this year, so we are actually doing the SERE Endurance Challenge for this year instead of Kinixu Ultras. Reed and I woke up this morning and we were basically talking about how usually around this time, him and I are pretty much sleep deprived along with the rest of the board as we get the race ready to go. And it was kind of nice being able to wake up and get like 6 hours worth of sleep and, you know, not be out running around course marking last minute sections of the course. And, you know, Corwine's doing all the registration, last minute people coming in doing packet pickup and all that kind of stuff. But usually around this time frame, we're doing the race briefing and we're basically hanging out along the Freighter Lake there, checking out the flag and getting ready to go off with the SERE Memorial. Reed, you want to talk about the significance behind why we start at 6:12?
So yeah, the 6:12 start was significant because that was the month and year that Emory Corwine passed away. I think just having it at an unusual time just made people perk up and, you know, just be like, oh, why are we starting at 6:12? So there's just an extra little detail that I thought that was very good to commemorate Emory. So yeah, so that was why we did the 6:12 start.
Got it. Yeah, I definitely think that it's good. For us, you know, when we're out there, that's some of the traditions that we have that I feel like we're going to miss this year. But I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to start to incorporate a lot of their own traditions. I woke up this morning and looked on Facebook and there were already people posting pictures of their runs that they were doing. Austin Schmidt had posted a lot of the different memorials that he was visiting on his run last night. And so, you know, the meaning behind this particular event, I think this year is going to be pretty cool to see in some of the photos. With every event, we kick off with the national anthem. And then for Kinixu Ultras, especially up there for the Kinixu 50 course and the Emory Corwine Memorial Ruck Relay, we also do a traditional SERE Memorial, which we'll get into as well. For this year, since we're virtual, we put together just a quick little presentation as we work through the memorial. But for what we do for that is after the national anthem, we'll go through and call out the names of the SERE specialists who had passed while serving on active duty. What we do after each name is we will let out an elk bugle, And for us within the community, for a lot of the folks that do woodwork and work in the backcountry, the elk is a significant creature for us. You know, for a lot of many different communities, it symbolizes stamina, it symbolizes endurance, relationship, it symbolizes patience, as well as strength and ability and agility. And so for us, we believe that the call out for the elk is just a symbol for us to continue to remember the brothers who had passed. And so without further ado, we're going to kick off with the national anthem, and then from there we will move into the SERE Memorial. Just do a quick sound check. Could you guys hear all that? Give me a thumbs up if you could hear it. Okay, cool. I'm like, oh, great. As I was playing it halfway through, I'm thinking, oh, I wonder if I turned on the sound and you could actually hear it or not. All right, so now we're going to roll through the names of those that had passed. Some of them we do have pictures for, some that we don't. So you'll see some with just a SERE arch over a cross, and others you'll see the picture of them as well. Staff Sergeant McDonald. Master Sergeant Lou Armand. Tech Sergeant Rick Campbell. Sergeant Zazoya. Sergeant Ross. Sergeant Ellington. Airman Sweet. Sergeant Ken Richardson. Master Sergeant Schaefer. Tech Sergeant Tracy. Sergeant Davis. Senior Airman Corwin. Sergeant Betelune. Senior Airman Lauterbach. Sergeant Erickson. We'd also like to take a moment just to recognize Airman Sturgill, SERE Specialist candidate. As well as those that we haven't highlighted in the presentation. We'll take a moment of silence. And then last year we had a race volunteer with us, as well as a mentor to a lot of the SERE specialists that were supporting a lot of the pararescue communities. So we'd like to take a moment of silence to recognize one of our volunteers and longtime supporter of the race, as well as mentor to many SERE specialists. And that's Major David Goodall. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you all for attending. And we know the next 31 days, whatever challenge that you're doing is going to be a great challenge. For all of us that put this together, we just want to thank you for coming together in solidarity for just a good cause in general. The community, the Knixu Ultras community has come together to help out a lot of different families over the last couple of years, especially with some of the recent passings of other individuals. And so, for us, this event is what we're raising funds for in this particular case is to help with the SERE Memorial, which would consolidate all of the names and all of the individuals underneath one memorial versus a lot of different buildings and things like that were named after. And so continue to spread the word and help us out in trying to get that out. And I really wish that we were all hanging out at Frater Lake, getting rained on, and listening to watching the fog come off the water of Frater Lake, and listening to the names. It's a pretty powerful moment. And, I think on behalf of me and the board, we can't wait to see what you all do and the stories that we can tell, next year in terms of how we handled the SERE Endurance Challenge. So I thank you very much for calling in as well as attending. You got anything to say? Go ahead.
Roll your damn shoulders up. Theme this year, can't stop the clock.
That's right. Alrighty, everybody. I'm going to come off record here, and then if you guys want to chat up, we can.